like you all to be able to hear from a gentleman who's just literally taken this business by storm, has reached the position of regional vice president, and has the information that can help take your life to another level as well. I'd like to welcome to the line's top producing regional vice president, Mr. Antonio Churn.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Woods. I appreciate the introduction. I'm excited to be on this call this evening. You did a phenomenal job, telling the people a lot about me, but I just want to say a little bit about you before you jump on the call. Mrs. Woods has been around this business for a while, but I'm going to tell you, she's a leader's leader from the beginning. She showed us how to do the business a long time ago. She's brought, some amazing people to the company. She just hit the position of regional director, so I'm excited about what she's going to do, and I know she's going to be the top that's coming very, very soon. So I just wanted to show my appreciation for you, Mrs. Woods, before you jump off the call. So listen, man, I'm excited, ladies and gentlemen. I have an opportunity to share some information with you. We are doing some Zoom calls now because of what's happening in the country. And I want to let you guys know something. Before I even jump into the information for the individuals that's on this call tonight, the guest that's on the call, we are excited to show you something that can potentially, change the trajectory of what's going on for this country. I saw this business about 7 years ago, and I was actually working as a restaurant manager. I was working a lot of hours, and I really didn't see myself doing anything like this. I was actually praying for another job. I wanted an opportunity to do something else. And when I saw the information that I'm going to show you guys here shortly, it just made sense. And I got started and I went to work. And after that, probably about a year of doing the business part-time, I replaced my full-time income. I went full-time with the company and, I never looked back. And now we have an opportunity to be regional vice presidents. We're able to build the business at home and go anywhere in the world, and all I need is my smartphone. And the reason why I'm telling you guys this is because of what's happening right now. I'm excited to share the information, but because of what's happening, now we're doing Zoom calls. We're able to communicate, with people, over the internet and show the opportunity. But this is the best time. This is the best time to see this business. I didn't realize that 7 years ago, I would be making a decision that could impact my life, and then 7 years later, going through something that we're going through now. Listen, I'm almost at my age. We ain't gonna worry about how old I am. Just know this: I've never seen anything like this in the country. Most of you guys have never seen anything like this in our age range, in our generation of where we are today. We've never seen the country react to something like how it's reacting now. We were in a grocery store. I'm just like some of you guys, and seeing grocery stores empty, and seeing restaurants have to close, and all these different things that's happening right now. But let me tell you something that I'm excited about. This past Saturday, Residuals posted. Listen, that means that through all the stuff that's happening, we are still getting paid. Through all the stuff that's happening, people are still paying bills. People are still, paying their cell phone bill, paying cable bills, internet. I'm on internet right now to be able to talk to you guys. Listen, things are still happening. The world is still moving. And as long as the world moves, you can get paid. Now, listen, you guys heard me say that I'm from the restaurant industry. So I have a lot of friends and even family that's suffering right now because they can't work. Their job has closed. They're only doing takeout. They don't have an opportunity to work the hours that they normally work. And so now they don't have jobs. It's all over Facebook, all over Instagram. People are saying, pray for the service industry and all these different things. And although I'm praying for those people, I want to do something even better. I'm offering them an opportunity to work from home, an opportunity to take their lives in their own hands so they never have to worry about where the money is going to come from if their job closed. We are in a unique situation and a unique time in this world right now, ladies and gentlemen. And tonight I'm going to share something with you that could potentially put you in a better place, because all I know is I was taught that having multiple streams of income is the way to go. And having a plan B is okay, especially now when your plan B can potentially turn into your plan A. So I'm going to share something with you tonight that turned into my plan A, where I was able to use this information that I learned 7 years ago and turn this into a full-time income And like I said, every single month without fail, residuals post. So give me a second. I'm going to share some information. I'm going to share some slides with you. And as this is coming up, I'm going to talk about who we are as a company. It looked like it's a little glitch right there, but ACN is the name of the company. Now, I'm having some technical difficulties, so I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to work through this because this is what we do. And I'm going to show y'all the business, but you will understand by the time we get off this call what we do, okay? So the name of our company is ACN. That first slide is me just telling you or showing you, who we are as a company. Some of the accolades that we've been able to achieve, 2018 Private Titans, those awards, P500, BBB, Direct Sales Association, 2018 Private Titans, the reason why I want to touch on that real quick is because Uber received that award. Dole received that award. Some of the top companies in the world received that award, and so ACN is a recipient as well. So we're excited and we're proud of that. Now listen, this slide here is just me kind of explaining and really kind of paint vision for you. Like, imagine participating in a $1 trillion industry. I'm talking about getting paid by the biggest companies in the world, right? And then you getting paid just like them. Not one time, right? If you were getting paid by like a Verizon or a Sprint or an AT&T, they get paid every single month, right? You have the opportunity to do the same thing. And ACN is going to make this possible for you. Now, let's talk a little bit about who we are as a company. The slide that I just shared, this is just telling you who we are. We've been around since '93, so 27 years in business. We're on 5 continents, over $4 billion in the last 5 years. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I want you to think about when you hear about our company. Think about growth and think about expansion. We just opened up our 27th country when everyone else is struggling and businesses are closing. We're opening up new countries. The stuff that's going on around here in the country right now is not affecting ACN. We have more people joining than we've ever had before, and more people making money at home than we ever had before because of what's happening. So understand that we're a strong company, and we're going to build this business with individuals like yourself. Now let's kind of talk about what we do, right? We market essential services, and when I say essential, I'm talking about cell phone, internet, television, energy, home security. Everything that you're already paying, our company is partnered with, and we're able to make money that way. Now, when I first saw this, I didn't understand the concept, but I'm going to break it down to you. We help people save money, and in turn, we create a revenue stream for ourselves. So when I saw this business, all I knew is I paid a cell phone bill every single month. And the next slide, I'm going to show you how you can eliminate your cell phone bill and never pay it again. But I'm excited to talk about these services, and one of those services I really want to highlight is ID Seal at the bottom. See, one of the biggest crimes right now is data breaches, cybercrime. Now, no matter what's going on right now in the world, people can still sit or take your identity and pretend that they're you, right? Do some crazy things with your credit and all these other things that's happening. And in the grand scheme of things right now, right, you may not be thinking about that, but that's one of the biggest crimes and the biggest threats facing America outside of what we're facing today, right? Outside of Corona, right? That's one of the biggest crimes that's happening right now, and the biggest things that can hurt you financially. So I like to highlight that service because we're able to put people in a better situation. I do understand where we are, and I know that this is going to be something that we're going to get through. I just believe that we're going to get through it. And when we get through it, you want to be on top. You don't want to be a person that's left behind or in this situation where your credit is damaged or someone took your name or, whatever the case can be. And now that people are at home, what are they using more than anything else? Internet. My kids been at home for the last couple of days because they canceled school, and I'm sure if you have school-age children, but that's all they want to do is be on the internet all day, right? And so we're putting things together where they can actually learn some stuff, right? And do some work on the internet versus just watching YouTube all day. So, but what are they using? They're using internet. What are they watching? They're watching TV. Most people are at home right now. They're not working, so they're using these services. Guess who's still going to get paid, ladies and gentlemen? the people who market these services, the people who own these companies, and we're going to be able to partner. Now listen, I just talked briefly about my children, but not only are we able to partner with these huge companies and make a difference, we actually, every time we get a customer, we're going to feed a hungry child. Now, I don't know about you, but a lot of children that even you may know go to school for lunch and breakfast just to make sure that they eat those meals. Imagine just by paying the bills that you pay, you're going to help feed hungry children. Like, I fell in love with this concept because I know people out there that's struggling. And people may not want you to know that they're struggling. But we help people just by paying our bills. We feed a hungry child, and we continue to feed a hungry child every single time. And that's called Project Feeding Kids. So that not only do we help people save money, we also help feed hungry children. Now, this is a business, ladies and gentlemen. The slide that I just shared with you, it's a cost to get involved in the business. To become a business owner in ACN, it's $199 with a monthly $25 support fee. Now, that's going to get you your website, and then your website is partnered with all the companies that I just showed previously. It's an app that you can download, and then you can use all the tools on that app. ACN does all the business tracking. They do all of the support for your customers. They take care of all that. This is what we do, exactly what I'm doing tonight. I'm going to show you how to make money in the business, and we're going to show people how to save money as a customer. That's what we do. Now, I talked to you guys about how every third Saturday of the month, residuals post. That just means that we make something called residual income. And if you didn't understand what that was, let me break it down to you. See, there's two ways in the world you get paid. The first way is linear income. That's what I was familiar with. If I go to work, I get paid. If I don't go to work, I get paid or don't get paid. Listen, I was a salary manager, so, I would work 60, 70 hours a week, and my check would always look the same. And then there's people who are hourly, right? If you go to work and you work 40 hours, you get paid for 40 hours. The problem is if you don't work, you don't get paid. And then there's something like commission, right? If you sell a car, you get paid. And some people make a lot of money with commission. But the problem is if you're not able to sell, right now, most businesses are closing, right? People are protecting their money because they don't know if their next check is going to come in. Businesses are closing their doors because of what's happening, even if it's for a couple weeks, a month, or whatever it may be. People aren't spending the money that they used to spend. So here's the way that we get paid. We get paid something called residual income. I never knew what it was before. I'm not going to pretend that I knew what it was before because I didn't. But residual income means that you do work one time and you get paid on it for a lifetime. So I got customers 7 years ago when I got started in this business. 7 years ago, and I'm still getting paid on those customers. We get paid from 3 to 20%, okay? And residual income based on the personal customers that you acquire. That means you go out and get a customer, and then you get paid up to 20% of that customer's bill. I fell in love with the concept. How many people on this call know someone who has a high cell phone bill, high light bill, high gas bill, high internet bill, high cable bill? Imagine getting paid 20% of that bill every single month because you help them save money. And then we have something called overriding residual income. See, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking to everyone on this call because I want to know if you want to be a part of the team. If you want to build a team and go out and get customers, we can help your team get customers, and then you get paid on what your team does. See, I fell in love with that concept because I can get paid off of thousands and thousands of customers, and I don't have to acquire them. I just teach people how to get customers, and because I introduced them to the business, I get paid a percentage, up to 4% of what my team does, right? They go out and get customers, I get paid 4%. A phenomenal concept. That means I don't have to be there to do the work, but I'm going to still get paid. Now let's talk about right now money. Because residual money takes a while to build because people only pay their bills once a month. You guys agree? Yeah, I see you shaking your head. Yeah, I know you agree. I see. Right? But listen, we get paid what's called customer acquisition bonuses. These are paid out every single week. So not only can you get paid a monthly check, you can get paid a weekly check just based on your production. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you can get paid 5 times a month, right? So that means every single week you can get paid, and then on the third week of the month, you're going to get your residual check, That's from all the customers that you're acquiring and then paying their bills, and you're getting a percentage of the bills. Now, listen, if you look at that first box, it just tells you if you get your first couple services, you're going to get paid $75. That's it. First 3 services, you're going to get paid $75. Now, I like to focus on the 5th service, because once you get 5 services, you're going to get paid $200. I like the fact that I could invest $199, right? Start a business, but in the first 7 days of the business, I make my money back. We're going to help you do that, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to help you do it fast. I like to get this done in the first day that you're in the business, because if you can make $200 that next week, everything else after that is profit. And then we're going to keep getting services. Most people are going to do these first couple services in their own home. Excuse me. If you have a light bill, a gas bill, a cell phone bill, internet, cable, is that 5 services? Absolutely. You're going to make 200 points. That means you make, or $200. You're going to make $200 just by doing your own services. And then we're going to talk to other people that you know and keep the money rolling in. That's going to get you called qualified. CQ, that just means that you're qualified to make money at that point. Then the next position is executive team leader. Every time that you help someone becomes qualified, right? Because you just did it, so now you're going to help other people become qualified. The company is going to pay you a weekly cab of $50. So every single person, a one-time cab of $50. Cab, remember, customer acquisition bonus. I fell in love with this concept because you can help other people and then they get paid, but you get paid as well. So you bring in your friend, you help them get 3 services, they make $75. But because you're the ETL, you're going to make $50 just because you help them make money. The concept is flawless, and I fell in love with it because you don't make any money unless you help other people make money. Now, where other business can you say that? Like, I'm not going to make anything unless I help you make money. That means I'm invested in you winning. And I want you to hear from someone who's an ETL, who's done an amazing job. He'll tell you his background, and I'm excited to introduce him on the call. Mr. Myron Watson. Are you on the call, sir?
Yes, I am, Mr. Churn. It's glad to be on the call, everyone. Can you hear me?
I can.
Fantastic. My name is Myron Watson. I'm a practicing attorney. I have been for more than 27 years. I was introduced to this business a short while ago. A trusted friend of mine came down to my office, showed me the very presentation that you are now seeing, and I was absolutely blown away. I got started. The reason why I got started, ladies and gentlemen, is just business just makes sense. I was already successful, but I was extremely busy. But we have a system that's in place. And with that system, I was able to plug into that system where I could acquire business partners and customers. And due to the leadership training and support, I've been able to acquire more than 70 business partners and hundreds of customers. But it's not anything special that I did. It was just simply plugging in the system, and that's how I was successful. Thank you very much, Mr. Churn. Back to you.
Man, I appreciate you talking, and Mr. Watson. If you listen to what he said, ladies and gentlemen, there's a system in place, right? We have a system even on this call. I want you guys to hear from individuals who's already done it, because it's one thing to hear from a regional vice president. That's great. But to hear from someone who's up and coming in the business, who's a practicing attorney, that just tells you right there that the business is winning. And also the fact that it's legitimate because he's an attorney and he's doing this part-time to build some residual income. I want you guys to hear from the next speaker, and the next person I want you to hear from is a regional director. Because, see, you just continue to move up the comp plan. I tell people if you want to learn about the business, that's great. But if you want to make money, you want to do the business and go up the comp plan. And at regional director, that's where at that position, ladies and gentlemen, I decided to go full time. I was able to fire my boss at this position. And I want you to hear someone that's dominating right now in the company, Mrs. Dawn White.
Thank you so much, Mr. Churn, for allowing me to speak on the call tonight. I'm just appreciative for all your leadership and your training. So good evening, everybody. My name is Dawn White, and this month is actually my 6th anniversary being partnered with this company, and I am so glad that I was introduced to ACN 6 years ago because, you know, when I got started, I was working about 70 hours a week, similar to Mr. Churn, but I was in childcare. So I took care of 125 kids in my center that weren't mine, and I didn't have the time and energy to take care of my 2-year-old the way that I wanted to. And so my mom introduced me to this business. You know, the only reason my mother got started first was because she didn't want to have to go back to work after retirement like all her friends had to do. So my mom got started. She had immediate success. She introduced me to the business, you know, and it changed my life forever. And I was able to walk away from my job after about 4 months of being partnered with the company. Fast forward to today, you know, with everything going on in society, it was not a crazy shift for me to have to, you know, be able to stay, you know, for me to have to stay home with my 2 daughters who are 8 and 4 now. They're at home now. And so I'm able to be a stay-at-home mom along with my, you know, my husband being able to be at home with us. We're able to homeschool our children, and ACN prepared us and gave us the chance, you know, to be able to be ready for a time like this. And so I'm forever grateful. Fast forward to today, we have over 500 business partners. We get paid on a couple thousand customers, and it's all because of the leadership, training, and support.
Man, thank you so much, Mrs. White. You know what? What she said was key. ACN prepared her for this. Did you guys hear that? Like, that, I didn't even think about that, Ms. White. Mrs. White, I really appreciate you saying that, because I didn't even think of it like that. But we've been able to be at home with our children for years, and it's something that just happened, and it's become natural to us. But the individuals that's out there that have to go to work, that can't go to work now because the daycare is closed, all these different things that's happening. You heard her say her 2 daughters are now homeschooled by her and her husband, and ACN prepared them for that. Like, man, I love that. That is a phenomenal testimony. I appreciate that, Mrs. Dawn White. Now, listen, I want you guys to hear from a regional vice president. Now, he can be anywhere, but I asked him to speak on this call tonight because it's one thing to hear from me, but I want you to hear from an individual who's helped build our organization within the organization, if you will. It's your top producing regional vice president. He's a phenomenal man. I really want you to hear it. He'll tell you his story, but I really want you to hear his heart. Mr. Greg Gordon, are you on the call?
Hey, good evening, Mr. Churn. Hey, listen, man, you've been crushing this call this evening. I'm really excited to be able to call you a friend and a business partner. You know, you and your wife, that you all have been able to build with this company is legendary. It's something that your kids are going to be able to benefit from truly. And I just appreciate you and your leadership. But listen, everybody, I actually got started, my wife and I, with the business about 7 years ago. And at the time I had gotten introduced to the business. I really heard the same presentation that you all did today. And I was really, you know, when I first heard about this, I was really thinking to myself, you know, I'm not able to add anything else to my plate, because at the time I was working for an insurance company. I was literally traveling every other week. And if you know me, at home, I'm married. I have, you know, 9-year-old twins, a 6-year-old. So it's always busy, you know, in our house. And, you know, so when I seen this, I said, man, there's no way I can add something else to my plate. And, oh, yeah, I'm the treasurer for my church. I'm doing all these other things. So I took a look at it, you guys, and I went ahead and my wife and I, we prayed about it. We ended up getting started. And what I can tell you is, after about 16 months in the company, you know, we hit a pretty big position. And with that position, it allowed us to really, you know, come close to almost tripling what we used to go to work for, you guys. So needless to say, we stopped. You know, I haven't worked a traditional job for the last 4.5 years. And it's mainly because of the way this company works. You know, the residual income that Mr. Churn has been talking about is real, you guys. And it's been able to take care of our family, you know, because of the different free, you know, the gas and electric and cell phone bills that the company puts you in position to be able to earn for free. We haven't paid those bills since July of 2013. So since July of 2013, can you imagine not having to worry about a gas, electric, or a cell phone bill? Well, you guys, that's where we're at, okay? And we've been able to, more importantly than where we're at, we've been able to put so many other individuals in that very same position to be able to not just make residual income, but also to eliminate their gas, their electric, their cell phone bills. And that's what the purpose of this call is, to just look for other individuals who want to do something different given the times we're in right now. A lot of people can't go off work. One of my teammates sent me a message earlier today. Marriott, a lot of the airlines and the hotel chains, they are laying individuals off because of the fact that no one's traveling. They're not needed right now. So with this business, you can literally from your couch have conversations with so many people across the globe and across the world and put them in a better position to get a better value for the services they're using. And you make money every 30 days. Guys, this is a phenomenal time that we're in to be able to capitalize on this. So I'm so glad you guys are on the call. And Mr. Churn, thanks so much for letting me say a few words. I'll turn the call back over to you, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. What you said was so key. Just other people being in those kind of situations. Imagine, I got friends that work for Marriott that's been working there for years. And, I got text messages and they're wondering, what should they do? Should they come look at the business now? And a couple of those guys are actually on the phone tonight. So I'm excited, man, that we are able to help people. And I'm excited that you're able to even speak on this call, because I know you can do anything right now at this point, being the regional vice president. You still take time to show leadership for the team. So thank you so much, Mr. Borden. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we have another call that's coming up, and I'll talk about that. But I really just want to, kind of talk to you a little bit and just share my heart. I'm going to stop to share, and I'm going to tell you guys what's happening with me. We started this business 7 years ago not knowing what could potentially happen, right? And I know a lot of people on this call, you may have never did anything like this before. You may have never thought about doing anything like this before. But sometimes, things happen that put you in a position where you got to do something different. You got to think outside the box. You have to do something that you never did before. And that's how I felt when we got started. We are going to help you be successful if this is something that you see yourself doing. Our job is to help people build this business. That's our job. And we're looking for individuals that's looking for us. Now, whether you are forced to come looking for something because of what's happening right now, or you were just already looking for something, that doesn't matter. The whole point is that you're seeing the call now. You're seeing the business now. You're seeing opportunity to build something for you and your family. So I'm excited, and I know the individuals that you heard from tonight, they're excited because of where we are. You don't hear people nowadays talking about they're excited about going to work. You don't hear that right now, because what's right now, the world is crazy. It seems like it's just going nuts. But we have something special. We have something that we can build with you. We're going to teach you about that bonus that I just talked about and how I explained to get your money back. So when you invest in this business, you are a business owner. You become an entrepreneur. And then you invest that money. And what we're going to do is we're going to take that money that you invested and we're going to get you a check back in the first week of being in the business. Okay? We're going to do Zoom calls for you, right? Over this Zoom technology, we're going to be able to talk to your friends and family here, out of state, wherever. You don't have to leave your home to build a business. That's what's been such a blessing for us, right? You heard these people talking about how ACN prepared, them for this. We don't have to leave the house to make money, and we're still going to get paid every single week because of what we've done in the business and what we're going to do. So there's three types of people who see this, right? The third type of person says, it's not right. It's really not for me. That's great. If you feel that way, even though what's going on right now, it may still be some people who feel that way. That's okay. We ask you to support the person that's inviting you. And I invite you to this call. This will be a great time for you to save some money, right? Because we don't know what's going to happen. But then there's a number two. Number two has questions, right? They want to know, like, how does it work? How do we get paid? How much is the discount that you're talking about? Mr. Borden talked about getting bills for free. How did I get my gas bill for free, my light bill, my phone? Listen, all those questions, we will be happy to answer those questions. We can jump off this call you, have a conversation, explain the business in detail. Any questions that you have, there's nothing arbitrary about the business. We want you to know everything. We have nothing to hide in ACN because our company is established and built on solid ground. We're not going anywhere. And then there's the number one. Number one said this makes too much sense, especially at this time in my life. For you, we said welcome to the team. Because listen, guys, no matter what happens in these next coming weeks, no one knows. But this is what I know, right? I'm a believer for one, but two, everyone wants to stay connected, right? I saw an article that the Facebook and Instagram, the followers and the interaction has went up 30%. I couldn't even believe it. It seemed like it was already at 1,000,000%. It's went up 30% in the last couple of days because people want to stay connected. They want to know what's going on with their family in Florida. They want to know what's going on with their family in Chicago, or even if in another country. It doesn't matter, right? We are connected by the internet. We are connected by these devices. We have an opportunity to get paid on those same devices, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what this call was tonight. So if you see an opportunity for yourself, touch base with the person who invited you on the call. Make sure that you ask the questions that you want to ask. And furthermore, welcome to the team. So we're going to do another call like this very soon, right? Probably before Saturday, we'll be doing another call so we can explain the business. We want to continue to explain the business to as many people as you see fit. Anybody that you see that's struggling, anybody that you know that's in the service industry, anybody that you know that couldn't go to work today or can't go to work tomorrow, put them on the phone with us, put them in front of us. We are going to help them. Not only help them, we're going to help you. This is our job. This is our mission. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your presence. But I'm going to tell you this. ACN prepared us for this. Thank you so much. God bless. Good night.